Arsenal will be facing up against Tottenham Hotspur tomorrow, right there in Hong Kong. Mm. Will that be the first match of Victor Gyökeres? That should be the expectation of everyone, like every Arsenal fan. We feel that okay, we should be able to get a minute of game time in that particular match, though. So we expect much from that particular match. Nothing less than a win, though. Up Gunners for life, bro. The Gunners fans for life. Oh, expectation is not less. We know they expect anything less, but victory, bro. Mikel Arteta, maximum salama to you. Andre Beta, the man wey don dey make things dey better at the Emirates. I give you maximum salama. Tuale, senior man, wonderful doing so far in the transfer market. He has been busy in the transfer market, getting players quality to the Arsenal team. And so far, this Arsenal team, with the look of things, should be able to compete for the Premier League coming into next season. So I feel that our expectation coming into next season should be high. You understand? As an Arsenal fan, our expectation should be very, very high coming into next season competition properly. And with the new addition of Victor Gyökeres, the Premier League, get ready. That's the only thing I can actually say. Just get ready because we have something huge. Something huge is coming to the Premier League, ladies and gentlemen. Victor Gyökeres is here. Victor Gyökeres is here. You guys have to believe. You have to believe. Get ready and don't play. He's not here to play. He's here to deliver. He's here to actually deliver. So I'm actually happy that okay, finally we have gotten an actual number nine as an Arsenal fan. He's a good addition to the team. So we getting him is actually nice and it will basically help and strengthen up the strength of the team. You understand? And I'm looking at the Arsenal match coming into tomorrow. Arsenal will be facing up against Spurs. So the expectation is not less as well. We expect much performance from the team in general. We expect everybody should be in their A game. And I feel that Arteta should grant Victor Gyökeres a little minute in that particular match. To be sincere, I prefer to see him play, to see how he's going to perform within few minutes, even though he's not going to start him. I don't know the ideas he has in his own head, but we feel that we should see him play a few minutes in that particular match tomorrow. And you all know what to expect. Is it not London Derby? We shouldn't expect anything less. So we expect the boys should maintain momentum. You understand? Going into this game, they have been in their first match of the preseason against AC Milan. Courtesy the goal from the Bukayo Saka himself. The books of football, Maximum Salama, senior man, you have been performing outstanding well, even from previous season. So maintaining this particular run of form, I feel that the Arsenal team is going to cook coming into next season. You understand? And looking at our last match against Newcastle United in what do you call it? In this particular tournament of the preseason, you can see the performance of these players. Likewise, the young lad himself, eh, that is Max Doman. Wonderful performance coming up from the bench. Ah, the performance. See, we have to actually give these players their credit where due. We have been seeing their performance so far in this tournament or in this preseason, especially for Dorman to be precise. Him coming up from the bench and performing outstandingly well against a Newcastle team, and we all know that the Newcastle team is a physical opposing team. So for him to come from the bench and basically deliver at this particular level, ladies and gentlemen, we have to just give him his flowers. So e no easy for him. You understand? At this particular age, at 15 years, this man is actually performing at this level. And for those of our Arsenal fan base that basically compares him with Yemi Yama, I was like, bro, calm down. Don't let us not get ahead of our own self. because there's still room for improvement in him getting playing time in the Arsenal team. So if you notice, even when Mikel Arteta was being asked about the player, he doesn't have to say much. You understand? He's a young lad. He still has much time. At 15 years of age, he's performing this way. So I feel that with time and consistency, with more game time, the player should be able to build up his performance and build up his game. You understand? And thereby fighting for a position in the Arsenal team. So in the coming days or in the coming weeks, we should be expecting wonderful performance from this particular player. So that is in terms of that. He's a fantastic player. I've seen his performance in the Arsenal team, even in the last game against. I think the game against what do you call him? AC Milan. He performed well though. Even Rafael Leao came out to give him his flowers because, bro, this man was not playing. He was there, turning up as well. So even in the Newcastle team, it was nothing new. We have seen him from the academy. So it actually has to do with matter of time to see how he can actually perform at a bigger stage. He has been doing that in the youth team of the Arsenal team. Okay, so I expect that okay in the coming days, he should be able to fight for his position into that team, but it's going to take a lot of time. It's going to take a lot of time because at the moment Arsenal have varieties in that particular role. At the moment we have Bukayo Saka, we still have Noni Madueke, which was actually signed from Chelsea. At the moment, I feel that these are good additions. So and looking at the Arsenal team again, there's a high possibility of this guy Ethan Waneri also playing that particular position. So we feel that uh, for this guy to break into that team, he needs to still improve. You understand? And it has to take over time for him to step up to the level that we want him to compete. So you don't need to get into his head and overhype him. I'm not saying that you shouldn't hype him. No, don't compare him with Yemin Yamal. Yemin Yamal at the moment is currently with things to stop the comparison. You understand? I'm an Arsenal fan, but I can't do that. You understand? When someone is actually good, you give them their flowers. There's no need of you comparing these two. These are two young lads, and Yemi Yamal has proven something from last season coming into next season. You understand? So you have to give the guy time to basically develop. So I feel that okay, tomorrow we should be able to see him play some more minutes in the preseason, and let's see how it goes moving on into season properly. So that is in terms of this Max Dorman, wonderful performer. Now looking at Ethan Waneri, I was actually happy when his contract was being renewed by our sporting director, that is Andrew Beta. So and we all know since this man take charge as our new sporting director, the Arsenal transfer window has been very busy. So far so good. This man taking over as the new sporting director has done exceptionally well according to English terminologies. He has done exceptionally well being a sporting director so far. 6 signings done, completed so far. And we have to basically just give him his flowers. Easy, you understand? To come into a team like Arsenal, making big moves at the moment, about renewing the contract of Gabriel Magalhaes, likewise Miles Lewis Kelly, a young lad. Now Ethan Waneri contract has been renewed. So the expectation on all these players remains very, very high. For you to renew the contract of any player, we expect nothing less but what? The best from particular player. You understand? So that is in terms of Ethan Waneri. We expect him to maintain his A game, if possible, step it up much better, so that we can see a level of improvement. Okay. So looking at that, Arsenal is also still keen on getting Eberechi Eze, but from the look of things, it's as if since the renewal of Ethan Waneri's contract, the Arsenal management has slowed down the pace in terms of completing the signing of this player joining Arsenal. So I feel that with time, everything will be all right in terms of getting this player to joining Arsenal. Or at the end, we might still get him to add more quality because I feel that we are still lacking in that midfield, that number 10 role in the Arsenal team. We need more leg, we need more addition in terms of creativity. So I feel that that would be a good quality. That will be an exceptional addition if we eventually get in a very cheesy because he is clearly proven. But most fan base or fans of the beautiful game will come out and say Premier League proven or not, they don't send. They just want to get quality. They don't want to even know where he's actually coming from because they feel sometimes experience of you being in a league might not even influence your performance. But I feel that that actually helps. Basically, it basically helps a player to sink in or synchronize into the style and tradition of football in that particular league, to be precise. So wonderful performance from Andre Beta so far in the transfer market, though. And looking at the signing of Christian Mosquera, likewise Kepa Arrizabalaga. The Chelsea fan base, I've been hearing a lot from Chelsea, to be precise, in terms of this their perception, especially from the fan base. They feel that any player they let go to Arsenal is actually a waste. That is actually their narrative. That when a player leaves Chelsea to join Arsenal, it's as if they gave us their leftover in terms of quality. I do laugh sometimes. You might say, okay, in previous years, okay, the players who have signed from the Chelsea team, uh, how would I call them? Are players that have come of age in terms of age wise. So I know that okay, most of you have that perception that okay, this player might not perform well, even though he or she eventually joins Arsenal. You understand? Such as a player like Sister Nkechi, popularly known as Raheem Sterling, for example, is one of those players. The expectation of we, the Arsenal fans, when he was being signed was high, but he wasn't able to deliver. Williams as well was another quality Arsenal signed. That is another aged player Arsenal signed from Chelsea as well. Likewise, what they call him, David Luiz is another aged player Arsenal actually signed from Chelsea Football Club. But looking at our history so far from signing from Chelsea football team, that has actually shaping the thought of people in terms of we getting player from there. You understand? In terms of them see them see. So I understand where the narrative is coming from. Why Chelsea fans will say, okay, our retiree players will send them to Arsenal to just go and play 1 or 2 seasons, then go to retirement. I do laugh. Now, looking at the recent Arsenal signings in the transfer market in respect to their new signing, such as Kepa Arrizabalaga, I can't tell you that Kepa is a bad addition to the Arsenal team. No, experience-wise, this man is actually good, and we can see what he did against what do you call it, AC Milan. Yeah, in the preseason match, in the penalty shootout, you can see his ability in terms of penalty shot stopping. So you have to give him his flower. Forget all this banter or all this we are catching cruise. You understand? We know it's part of the beautiful game, but we have to be certain. We have to calm down and express ourselves better. More they use our head. It's more of reasoning, not more of banter. More they calm down. So I feel that that is a good addition to the Arsenal team. Wonderful signing from Andre Beta. To me, that is a good addition. Then looking at Noni Madueke, I look at Noni Madueke's addition to the team and looking at what he, where the position he'll be playing is an important position to the Arsenal attack at the moment, which is being held and pulled by Bukayo Saka. That is the right wing of the Arsenal attack. So looking at this, this is a good addition to the Arsenal team, ladies and gentlemen. This is a very, very good addition to the Arsenal team. You understand? looking at his performance coming from last season, bro, you have to give him his flowers. He, he don't even have, how will I call it? His stats is not as bad as most people basically paint it. No, his stat is not as bad as that. So we have to calm down and let this player do his duties. You understand? The manager, the sporting director have actually gotten this. So I feel that let's give them the opportunity to, okay, to deliver when they are being called upon. Allow the manager to do his job with that particular player. He has been gotten for him, and it is now expected of the manager to do as he or she pleases in terms of this particular player. Now, the another narrative I also want to look at has to do with the quality we got in terms of our CBs. I have heard of this popular adage in recent times. They say that defenders wins you trophies, then attackers win you goals. This is a popular adage. Now, I feel that coming into next season, God's willing, if every player in the Arsenal team is fit enough, we stand a better chance. Sorry, we stand a better chance to winning the Premier League. Let's be sincere. Now, looking at our signing so far in terms of our defense, you can see that we have quality in terms of our 5 and 6. That is William Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes, even though they are absent. Even though they are absent, we know that we have quality in that particular area, in that particular aspect. We feel that, okay, these are very, very integral player to the growth and the ideas, or we fighting for any competition or fighting for any tournament. So I feel that this is a very good addition to the Arsenal team coming into next season proper. You understand? So looking at this as well, something had came to my mind. I was like, aside William Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes, if they are not available, who do we have here in terms of quality? I looked at the Arsenal bench. Uh, I see Christian Mosquera, likewise, what do you call him as well? Uh, Kivio, to be precise. These are two players that can actually debutize when these two CBs are not there. Likewise, at the left hand side, I can't guarantee the left hand side because aside Miles Lewis Kelly uh, being available always, we have seen that his fitness is actually there. You understand? But looking at Califury, who should be a debutant to him, initially Califury was signed for that initial role for that left full back. But since this is injury issues of on and off the pitch, since Mike Kelly was introduced to that team, that player has held that position to a great level. So I feel that even the Califury is not certain that he can actually find a way getting back into that particular starting position because of the performance of this player so far in the Arsenal team. So we need to actually look at that particular aspect as well. You understand? So I feel that Miles Lewis Kelly can actually hold that particular role well, unlike Califuri because of his fitness issues. He always has fitness issues. You understand? I can basically count the amount of game he started for Arsenal last season. Now, if you come to the right hand side as well, we have Timber in that particular position. Now you can see his debutant at the moment is Ben White at the moment. So I feel that we have quality, even though if Timber is not available, we have quality in that particular position. So when you come to the DM role, that is the defensive midfield position, you see something in terms of quality as well. Now look at the quality we have in the DM role. Christian Nogard, we still have what do you call him, Martin Zubimendi. These are players we actually got for that particular role, and these are players that can basically uh, find their own uh, position in this particular team. You understand what I'm trying to say? In terms of quality, in terms of experience, player like Martin Zubimendi, you can see what he has done coming from Real Sociedad. So I feel that he has what it takes to perform at that level as well in Arsenal. Now, moving on, looking at the CM role, that is where how Declan Rice and Mikel Merino. I feel that is actually okay. So, from the look of things and how Arsenal are going about their signing so far, bro, you know that these people are very, very intentional in terms of the additions of quality to the Arsenal team. So we have to give them their credit. You understand? When you don't have Declan, you can still introduce Mikel Merino. This is a good addition. So looking at the number 10 role that Martin Sodegaard has been occupying, I feel that we still need to reinforce that particular side. Likewise, the left side of our attack in terms of the wing, where we have Leandro Trossard and Gabriel Martinelli. Whew. In recent time, I've been speaking against the renewal of contract of either Martinelli or Magalhaes, but I looked at their stats so far. Since even in the Premier League in general, aside Musala and I think Marcus Rashford, mhm, aside Musala and Marcus Rashford, I think there's no winger in the Premier League that has the amount of numbers Martinelli has in the Premier League in terms of goals and assists. You can go and check it because I recently discovered about that. Looking at his performance joining this Arsenal team, since joining the Arsenal team, no player in the Premier League, no winger rather, no winger in the Premier League has performed much better than aside Musala, Marcus Rashford. The next person you have there is Gabriel Martinelli. So I was initially kicking for the transfer of this player. He's currently 24 years of age. When I saw this start, I was like, bro, he has the numbers. He has the numbers. So I feel that uh, even though they want to let go of any player at the moment, maybe the Leandro Trossard, but left to me, I don't see any reason why we should even let go of Trossard. To be sincere, I know we need to add quality. Now, when you add a player like Rodrigo Go's quality to this particular side of this wing, I need there should be competition among the players in that particular role. A healthy competition. By the time you see this player playing this particular position, you wey dey there, you that you know okay, you are a debutant in that particular position as well, your mind go dey like you be highly motivated to play. You be highly motivated that okay, whenever I'm being called upon, I don't have a choice but to deliver, or else I will remain in the bench. So I feel that if we can get Rodrigo goals in terms of that left hand side, it will be a good addition to the Arsenal team coming into next season. The right hand side is already solidified, and at the attack we have Jesus, we have Victor Gyökeres, and at the moment we still have a Kai Havertz that can also play the number 9 role. So it is now left for Mikel Arteta to actually choose which team or which player should start a particular match based on the profile of the match we have. You understand? Because there are some matches you might face up against a low block team. You have to tweak your formation to suit the style that can basically break through those kind of teams. So that is in terms of that. Now looking at tomorrow's match, I don't expect anything less. I don't expect anything less with victory. You understand? 12:30 Nigerian time is the time for this particular match, and we expect nothing less. But victory should be assured at the end of 90 minutes. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think about this in the comment section. What are your thoughts? What do you think about all this talk, all this gist? Let me know what you think about this in the comment section. Drop one or two comments in the comment section. Like this video if you do enjoy what you have heard so far. Like this video, hit the share button. If you are watching me and you have not subscribed, do well to smash the subscribe button. That is the only way you can support my journey so far on YouTube, guys. Support your guy. As usual, I don't